Recording in progress.
Sir, how do you pronounce your last name?
Kuhn.
Have you received a copy of the complaint?
Earlier, I guess, yeah.
Okay. We're on the record in case number 24 CRI 291, cases caps in the state of Ohio versus Paul Kuhn. We're scheduled today for bonding complaint filed with the court in the state, that being November 7, 2024. We'll conduct this hearing by video. The defendant is present. As far as the state of Ohio, in lieu of appearing, they filed a written bond recommendation. So I'll go through that with you in just a moment. Mr. Kuhn, do you have any objection the court conduct this hearing by video?
No,
And again, for the record, you have received a copy of the complaint, is that correct?
I believe so, yeah. I think that's what they gave me.
The complaint charges one count of aggravated possession of drugs, a felony of the second degree. Count one states in that on or about November 6, 2024, Nashland County, Ohio, Paul Kuhn did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a controlled substance or a controlled substance analog. The drug involved in the violation is a compound mixture, preparation, or substance, including a Schedule 1 or 2, to wit 23.3 grams of methamphetamines, a Schedule 2, and the amount of the drug involved equals or exceeds 5 times the bulk amount, but less than 50 times the bulk amount. Sir, do you understand what's being alleged in count one?
Yeah.
During the course of these proceedings, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in future court hearings. You also have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you don't think you can afford to hire an attorney, the court case, there's a $25 fee for court-appointed counsel. Further, citizens are charged with a felony offense by complaint. You have the right to a preliminary hearing. That's a court hearing during which the state would have to establish to the court that there's probable cause for the charge in this case for the case to continue. The right to a jury trial. Sir, do you understand your rights?
Your Honor, you were froze about the first half of that.
Oh, sorry. Sir, do you understand your right to remain silent?
Yeah,
Do you understand your right to an attorney?
yes,
So again, a preliminary hearing is a court hearing, is kind of a mini trial in which the state has to show the court that there's probable cause for the charge in this case. Do you understand that, sir?
yes,
And finally, sir, do you understand your right to a jury trial?
yes,
Okay. So you are charged with a felony offense. Do you want to be represented by a lawyer in this case?
yes.
Can you afford a hire one, or do you consider for court-appointed counsel?
No, I can't.
So then for the record, you want me to consider then for court-appointed counsel?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So what's your date of birth?
12/21/84.
What's your address?
721 Ohio Street.
Do you live with anyone else?
My girlfriend,
What's her name?
Danielle, called me.
You currently receive food stamps, probably the veterans benefits, Medicaid, SSI, SSD, or how it works, first last Santa Fund.
No, I needed to apply for that stuff. I didn't get it done. I was hoping to start a job.
Are you employed, sir?
No,
In the last 30 days, have you had any income whatsoever?
yeah.
Approximately how much have you made in the last month?
I got like one paycheck for, I think 200 and some or 300 and some maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
So in the last month, have you received any other source of income or any benefits like unemployment compensation, workers' compensation, child support?
Pay child support,
Okay. Are you married, sir?
divorced.
Do you have any bank accounts like a checking account, savings account, money market account? I'm sorry, sir, didn't pick up your response.
No, I don't.
Thank you, sir. Sir, do you own stocks, bonds, CDs, anything like that? Do you have any cash at the jail, at home, or elsewhere?
At my house I did, and in my wallet.
Okay. Approximately how much cash, Jeff?
I mean, some of it was hers though, but I mean, like 100 and some was mine.
Okay.
140 maybe, 160.
Do you own anything you could immediately sell to hire an attorney?
I own 2 vehicles.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
I mean, I have like a money collection that I've had for a long time. I don't really want to have to sell it.
How much is that worth, sir?
Maybe like $500, maybe.
Okay. So you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. I'm going to appoint attorney Zach Miranda to represent you in this case. We'll notify him of the appointment. He'll be present for the next hearing. We are going to set a bond today. Again, the state filed a written bond recommendation. So the states recommend the court set bond amount of $100,000. As far as conditions of bond, states requesting the court require you post a personal reconnaissance, that the court require you to remain in the state of Ohio. The case is pending. You have no contact with Danielle Kaufman. You're required to go to drug and alcohol treatment. As far as the underlying factual allegations, the state notes as follows. A search warrant was served on the defendant at the defendant's home. Following arrest of the defendant, methamphetamines and suspected fentanyl was located on the defendant's person. As far as the weight of the evidence against you, state notes strong. As far as the confirmation or identity, state notes confirmed at the scene by law enforcement. Finally, state notes defendant is a resident of Ashland, Ohio. Per CCH, the defendant was previously convicted in Ashland, Ohio of complicity to felonious assault and complicity to burglary. On June 30, 2010 in Ashland, Ohio, a defendant was convicted of obstructing official business. On April 18, 2011 in Ashland, Ohio, defendant was convicted of disorderly conduct.
Excuse me, sir. How come my juvenile record keeps coming up on my adult charges? Because I was told that you guys wouldn't be holding juvenile charges against me with stuff. And every time I go to court, you guys bring up the burglary and felonious assault, and those happened to me when I was juvenile. Those weren't adult charges.
It's something the court can consider in setting a bond, sir.
That was 20 years ago. I mean,
I
I've been
understand that, sir.
bad for a
That's
long
something else the court would consider, sir.
I'd really like to just get help, honestly.
Let me just finish the state's bond recommendation, sir. State finally notes on December 16, 2011 in Ashland, Ohio, defendant was convicted of failure to file income tax return. On January 11, 2012 in Ashland, Ohio, a defendant was convicted of petty theft, criminal trespass, and menacing. On June 10, 2016 in Ashland, Ohio, defendant was convicted of disorderly conduct. On an August 2nd, 2021 in Crawford County, defendant was convicted of probation violation. So that's the state's bond recommendation. Again, as far as today, the court's only setting bond, court's not addressing the merits of the charge. Again, you do have the right to remain silent. Further, sir, bond is something the court can always reconsider. So if I can set a bond today, if you want to speak with your attorney before addressing that, we can always address bond again at the next hearing or in the future. Is there anything you want to tell me today before I set bond? Again, you do not have to.
I mean, I'm curious, when will I get to see my lawyer, and how soon will I get to go back to court to try and reduce the bond or something? And
Your next hearing will probably be this coming Tuesday, 2 court days from today.
okay. And is there a reason why I wouldn't be allowed to speak with my girlfriend at all?
That's what they're requesting at this point, probably because she's a potential witness. But that's all I know about the case, sir, is what I just read to you.
I mean, we live together. It'd be kind of hard not to talk to her if I get out. So that would kind of be an issue. I don't have anywhere else to go if I get out. So, I mean, is that going to be a problem if I get out?
If the court would order no contact, you could not live with her, so you'd have to find a different residence, or she would have to find a different residence. But just to warn you, the court's probably going to make that order today, but that's something we can talk about more when Attorney Miranda is present at your next hearing.
Okay.
So the court's going to set bond as follows. Be releasable to cases pending. I'll have to post 2 bonds. First bond is a personal reconnaissance bond. That's your written promise to the court to appear for all future hearings. If you would fail to appear for a hearing, be prosecuted for the separate felony offense called failure to appear at the felony of the 4th degree. In addition to this case, court's also requiring you to post a bond amount of $100,000. That can be posted with a surety bond, cash bond, or real estate posting. If you post bond or subject to the following conditions: 1, you're not to leave the state of Ohio. The case is pending. 2nd, you must appear for all future hearings in this case. 3rd, you must get court advice of your address and phone number at all times. 4th, you must obey all laws and orders of the court. 5th, you're not to use, consume, or possess any alcohol or drugs of abuse. You'll also be subject to RAM, drug and alcohol testing at your own expense. Further, sir, if you post bond, you must go to a drug and alcohol treatment provider, obtain a treatment assessment, and comply with any treatment recommendations. You have to make that appointment within 14 days of posting bond and provide verification to the court of doing so. Further, sir, if you post bond, you must enroll in the course drug and alcohol testing program. Further, sir, if you post bond, you will be subject to GPS monitoring. What that means, sir, if you post bond or bail subject to GPS monitor, you have to wear that while this case is pending. While you're in GPS monitoring, a curfew must be at your approved residence between the hours of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Further, sir, you'll be responsible for all costs associated with GPS monitoring. At this point, sir, the court's going to order that you have no contact whatsoever with Danielle Kaufman. Again, we can address that further at the next hearing. Sir, do you understand the condition of bond?
I do. I have one more question. Is there a 10% gonna be allowed by any chance with this?
Not at this time, sir. But again, we'll talk about bond more at the next hearing. Right, sir. Your next hearing is going to be this coming Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 at 1 p.m. We're going to do that by video. If you would post bond before then, just come to our courthouse. We're the Ashland County Court of Common Pleas. We're in downtown Ashland on 2nd Street. We'll make sure you have computer access. Any questions about that, sir? Okay, we'll see you Tuesday at 1, sir. If there's nothing further, we're adjourned. Thank you, sir.